Hey govannen niblings, let's play LotRO, episode 12. So we're still in Tuckborough. It's still a grey, foggy day. And we've got a few quests to do here in Tuckborough. Last time, we were mostly just running errands for people. Getting sacks of grain. Sending messages back and forth from Hvila. Just fetching things for people, basically. But this time, well, we've still got some of that to do. But we also have a few other things to do. Here are field stones, which we need to rebuild that fence. Here's the Great Willow, which gets mentioned in the books. I believe is a place that Peregrine likes to hang out. Now the Great Willow, here I'll show you. The Great Willow is one of the points in the Sites of the Shire deed. And these are called exploration deeds. An exploration deed sends you to important or famous or otherwise significant landmarks throughout Middle-earth. I really enjoy exploration deeds, and some of them, like the Sites of the Shire, you'll get almost all of the points just through doing the quests. But occasionally you have to go out of your way to find a few of the points in exploration quests. I really enjoy doing that. It's one of my favorite things to do in this game. Just wandering around this game, it's so pretty, and the world is so expansive, and it kind of fits with my vision of what the books are describing. So here is Imbert took and Isambard took.
A lovely day, isn't it?
And she took something from Provenza. So, they are in the middle of something. Oh, it's stuck up in the tree. The satchel with what they took from Provenza is stuck up in the tree. So he's throwing a stone up into the tree to knock it out. He made a bunch of bees angry. So now these are also swarm creatures, these swarms of angry bees. And I have to protect Isambard and Imbert here. You may notice they're not really helping me fight at all. They're just kind of cowering while I fight the bees. And of course Bjornings like bees, but these bees are not domesticated like the Bjornings bees. Oh, bears! Bears are attacking. It's the first time I've ever had to fight bears. And of course Bjornings are able to make friends with bears in the books, but alright, let's get some bear-on-bear action here. But these bears are not familiar with Bjornings. Yep, and he finally knocked the satchel out of the tree. Oh, he did a weird respawn thing there. So they're running back off. Alright. What other quests do I have? So I need to find old Sally. Which is Belko's lost pig. So she's around here somewhere. And you will notice Isambard and Imbert have respawned here, and that's for other people to do that quest. So, you know, if someone else has that same quest that we just did, they'll need to come back here and do it. And so that's why they respawn back there, even though, you know, what we saw was them just head on out. And that's something you'll see pretty commonly in MMOs.
Mercy me, will you hear me out?
Alright, so Polo here has a bunch of beehives, and bears are trying to come and steal his honey, so we need to help him. Here they come. He's actually helping me fight this time. Alright, should be able to take 3 bears at once. Here comes some more. And these bears are also giving me the bear pelts I need for the Ghost of the Old Took quest. Alright, got him. Hopefully he's not too disturbed by me turning into a bear myself.
Oh, gracious me.
But he doesn't mention it. Alright, so he's giving me a choice, eggs and onions. Dry food that give me a little bit of might. Or this dagger. Ooh, that dagger is actually really good. So, I'm going to take that dagger. It's a lot better than what I have.
Oh, gracious me. I need your help.
Alright. So, he needs new queens, but to get them from wild hives, he needs a salve. So he wants us to go talk to Gamer Boffin. Now, Gamer Boffin's in Overhill, and we won't be heading up to Overhill anytime soon, but so I'm going to take that quest out of my quest log. We will head up there eventually. And that's a quest that will bring us back here at some point, but not for a while. I'm still missing a bear pelt. I see old Sally. So let me come down here because I have 2 of the 3 bear pelts that I need. So there is that pipeweed barrel that I need, and so there's that barrel right there. So I'll fight these 2 bears, and hopefully I'll get the last bear pelt I need from one of them. And then I can pick up that barrel of pipeweed as well. Oh, I forgot to equip that dagger. Alright, so there's that last bear pelt I needed. Alright. Got that barrel of pipeweed. And here's a backpack. And backpacks just have random treasure. I got some crafting ingredients, basically. Alright, let me equip that dagger before I forget. So now you see it equipped it in my main hand and replaced Brownlock Spear. And I can't remember if I can put spears in the offhand or not. I cannot. So I will just keep the 2 daggers. Because normally what I want to do, since the spear is better than the swift balance dagger, I would want to move the spear into my offhand. And that's my offhand. When you're wielding 2 weapons, you have your what's called your main hand and your offhand. But you can't put spears in the offhand. They can only be in the main hand. So, but that's alright. It's still a little bit of a boost by replacing the spear with a dagger. That spear looks kind of funny anyway on me. And I also have never really liked the spear animation. So this bear is after me. And rather than fight it, I think I'm just going to reset it. So I'm just going to run away a little ways and wait for it to turn around. Because it's chasing me. So there it goes. So it reset. So that's another example of how you can reset a hostile mob. Of course, you want to be careful when you're doing that and make sure that you're not running straight into other hostile mobs. But I happen to know that if I headed towards the old Willow, that there weren't any other hostile mobs over there. So here's old Sally. So let's rescue her, bring her back to Belko. So this is what's called an escort quest. we have an NPC here who's going to run around to a certain location, and we have to escort her safely there. And so she's getting attacked by these shrews here, and by this wild hill tusker. So I'll take care of him real quick. No match for Bear. Whoops, ran out of wrath. Should have just stayed in man form. There we go. The Bjorning combat animations are kind of funny. They don't really make sense for using spears or daggers or things like that. They make more sense for using axes and hammers. So I may try to find a good axe or hammer or something and keep it cosmetically equipped so that the animations make a little more sense for the weapons I'm wielding. But I'll do that some other time. I believe I do have a couple of axes that I saved because I like how they look cosmetically. Old Sally sure is making a lot of noise. Hope you can hear it in the video. She's oinking and squealing quite a lot. Here comes some more shrews after her. Can handle them. I'm not even really going to build up enough wrath to move into bear form. Just taking them out too quickly. Listen to her. Old pig. I'm gonna run over here to Longo real quick and tell him I got his barrel of pipeweed.
Goodness!
Oh. And he's not really helping us at all. So normally you don't want to run away from an escort quest like that. But I just happen to know that once Old Sally reaches the road, she doesn't get attacked again. So I knew it was safe to go talk to Longo. But normally if you're doing an escort quest, it's a good idea to just stick with the NPC that you're escorting up until they return to safety. So she's heading back to the farm here. And she's just gonna let herself back into the barn. Funny pig. Alright, so that quest is complete now. You can talk to Belko. So he had 3 quests for us to do. Get the sack of grain.
Huh, how rude!
Shore up the fence. He's giving us a gift matham for that.
Can't a body be left alone?
And rescue Old Sally. So he's saying, he's glad he found the writ because it,
Might I speak with you a moment?
let him kind of force us into helping him, which isn't particularly nice. Alright. So he doesn't really like the Tooks, apparently. But he is giving us the writ back to bring to Brumbard Foxtail. So now we have a quest to take that writ back to him in Mickle Delving. So I'll do that eventually, but I'm not quite done yet with some of these other quests here in Tuckborough. We still need to go talk to the Tooks. Oh, and talk to Hyacinth. Yep.
What do you need?
She's amazed that Lobelia actually did pay for the fireworks.
Might I have a word with you?
Alright, so now she's sending us out to get the ingredients to make the fireworks. And that involves going over to Cam Puttyfoot, who lives in Budgeford. So I'll show you on the map. This is Tuckborough. Budgeford's over here. So, again, I'm not doing that quest right now. I'm going to take it out of my quest tracker, but I will do it soon. Alright, let's see what the Tooks think.
What do you need?
Alright, so saved her some trouble. She's giving us a choice of rewards here. Light armor shoulders, which we don't use. We don't use javelins either. So I'll take these mushroom pies. Why not?
Please, leave me to my sorrow.
Alright, so he's gonna see if those pelts appease the ghost. The bear pelts. So he walks into the library. Comes back out. Oh. He's walking back in because this other player here also turned in one of the quests.
Could I take a moment of your time?
So the bear pelts didn't work. He wants us to get the old Took's, one of the old Took's favorite meals, which is ribs. Pork ribs. So I have to talk with Eklinaar Proudfoot out here, who also has a who we did the pie quest for.
Be left alone.
Oh, so Adelard is her uncle. Alright. So we need to get some boar ribs. And we can get those by hunting boars out here. So here's one. That's one. Find a couple others. There's one over here. Luckily they're not far. Making quick work of these, not even building up enough wrath to go into bear form. What's up there? I see monsters up there on the mini-map, but I believe they're bears. Yep. We don't need to fight bears. We need to fight boars. Let's see if we can find another one. There's a couple. Should be able to get the last boar ribs here. I don't even need to use the heal, but I'm gonna go ahead and pop it off. Okay. So that was a short little quest. Let's see if she can make the ribs now.
Cannot a body be left alone?
Yep, so she's made them. She doesn't realize that Adelard isn't asking for them for himself. Alright.
I'm sorry. My thoughts were elsewhere.
So he's going to take them into the library to try to appease the ghost.
Might I trouble you for some help?
Saying that didn't work. He's got another idea. He wants me to get some fireworks, and Keeper Foxtail apparently has some. We already need to take Belko's Writ back to Keeper Foxtail, so that works out. He wants us to go set them off on the Methyl stage in Bywater. So that's a good bit of running around to do, but he's hoping that'll work. Alright, well, I think that'll about do it for this episode. So, thanks for joining me, Niblings. Come back next time, and we'll see if we can chase off the ghost of the old Took